Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of place values, and today we're going to show you how to use this other part of the place value chart. Before we use this other part of the place value chart, it's important that we talk about a little bit of this part of the chart by reminding ourselves how we had done the previous one. So say I was to write 2, 8, 9, 5, and 4, for example. In the previous video, we said because it doesn't have a decimal point, we write the 4 here, as in this 4. We write the 5 here. So we always start before the decimal point when it doesn't have a decimal point. And so we write the 9 here, the 8 here, and the 2 here. Now, if I was to ask you how to say this in words, you would look at that place value to be able to say it in words. So as it stands here, you've got 2 lots of 10,000s, 8,000s, 900s, 5 lots of 10s, and 4 units. So you're going to say 280, you're going to say 28,000, you're going to say 28,954. That's how you pronounce this. However, if you're unsure, if you pronounce it properly, you write it down the way you said it and add it all up. So I just said this is 28,000, because if you call the last number there, and 2 lots of 10,000 will be 20,000. So together becomes 28,000. So 2 lots of 10,000 is 20,000. So I write 20,000. I'll just write 28,000. Since that's the way we pronounce it, we say 28,954. I could write them together, or I could just write the 900 and put the 50 and 4 separately to add them all up. So 28,954, add them all up, and you're gonna have a 4, a 5, a 9, 8, and 2. Now, does that look like what we were given before? Of course, it does look like that. So this definitely is 28,954. If I asked you what is the place value of the 8, you're gonna say, oh, the place value of the 8 is thousands, or 8,000, you could say. If I ask you what's the place value of these 2, you're gonna say 2 10,000s, or 2 lots of 10,000, or so you could just say 20,000. If I asked you what's the place value of this 9, you're gonna say 900, or just say hundreds. So that's how to do the part here. However, coming to the decimal part, if I had something like 5.79, now this 5 is before this point, so I'm going to put the 5 there before the point, and I'm going to put my 7 there, and I'm going to put my 9 there. Now, what is the place value of this 7? It's going to be 7 tenths. Now, 7 tenths is the same thing as 7 over 10. That's the place value of that 7. If I asked you what's the place value of this 9, you're going to tell me 900. So, or you could write it as 9 over 100. They all mean the same thing. But if I asked you what's the place value of this 5, you're going to just tell me 5 units, or 5 lots of 1. That's just it, or just say it's 5. So let's try another example. We have 47.89. I'm going to write this 47 before the point by putting my 7 here and my 4 there. And then, of course, my point here, and my 8 there, and my 9 there. Now, what's the place value of this 8? It's going to be 8 tenths. What's the place value of this 9? It's going to be 900. And what's the place value of this 4? It's going to be 4 tenths of 4 lots of 10, which is 40, or you could just write 4 lots of 10. You could just write it that way. So this place value chart is very important, that you know how to write it, so that when you don't know how to say numbers in words, or words as numbers, this will help you. Now, another thing you need to know is, if I was to pronounce this or say this in words, I don't say 47,000 something. No, because of the point, I'm going to call this bit of the number singly. So I'm going to call this 47. Of course, you know this is 47, because if you look at the place value, is 40, 4 lots of 10, and 7. So 47.89. You call the digit singly after the point. So you say 47.89. You do not say 47.89. That is wrong. You say 47.89. You call the digit singly after the decimal point. So now let's do a last example. Say we have something like 379.05. Let's put one more number, and 8 here. To write this out, I'm going to write 379. Of course, you know it should be here. 379, remember that. And of course, you have your point here. You've got your 0, you've got your 5, you've got your 8. So now if I was to ask you to say this in words, you're going to say 379.058. You call this part singly. Then if I was to ask you, what is the place value of this 8? You're going to tell me 8,000. Not 8,000 as in thousands, no, but 8,000. That's what you say for the value of the 8. What's the value of the 0? It's a 0 tenths, or 0 over 10. The 8,000th, this one will be 8 over 1,000. If you were to write it as a fraction, if you want to, you could write it as a fraction, or you could just write 8 and then put the thousands with a THS at the back. I hope this has helped you in understanding place value, and I really do hope you understand it. Thank you.